Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to Angels for Nothing. I'm your host, Cece, and today I want to talk about something heavy, not about heartbreak, not about betrayal, not anxiety, something quieter, a little sneakier, something that many of us carry for years, the weight of being misunderstood, not admired, not praised, just understood. To have somebody look at your heart and say, I know why you are the way you are, I think that's one of the deepest human desires. Like to be seen accurately, to have your intentions like understood, to have your silence not mistaken for anger, to have your boundaries to not be mistaken for bitterness, and to have your growth, like your personal growth, not to be mistaken for arrogance. And honestly, guys, I've spent a lot of my life carrying the weight of trying to make people understand me, explaining, over explaining, replaying conversations, trying to find better words, hoping if I just said it differently, people would finally see my heart. And in the end, I ended up just talking too much. But recently, I realized something. The heaviest thing wasn't being misunderstood. The heaviest thing was trying to control how people saw me. It didn't matter who they were. And baby, that's a burden I finally put behind me, okay? That's a burden I finally put down. I think a lot of us are walking around exhausted, not because life is hard. And life is hard, but because we're trying to manage other people's perception of us. We're trying to conceive people, or we're trying to convince people, really, is what I mean. You know, I'm a good person. I'm not selfish. I'm not angry. Like, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not who you think I am. And sometimes people still don't believe you. And I used to think if somebody misunderstood me, I had failed. Now, I think maybe they just have a different story in their head and that's theirs to carry, you know? So, hi, Melissa. It's not yours to carry, guys. That realization changed my life because for years I gave people front row seats to my emotional courtroom, like presenting evidence. Hey, Terry, welcome in, guys. And Exhibit A, Exhibit B, explaining my motives, defending my character, trying to prove my innocence. And one day I asked myself, like, who appointed these people judge and jury over my life? Because I know my intentions. We all know our own intentions, and God knows my intentions. Here is 10:17 p.m., Terry. And at 35 years old, that's enough for me. That God knows my intentions and I know my intentions. And that should be enough for you guys too. Um, so I'm going to talk about something. Like, I had a moment recently where I realized somebody that I love had created a version of me in their head. And, you know, this is somebody that's important to me. And no matter what I said, they kept, kind of returning that version. Not the woman that, that's standing in front of them today, and not literally but figuratively. The woman instead they saw and they kept returning to was the woman that they remembered. Like the woman that maybe they feared or the woman they assumed I was. And at first I was frustrated because I thought, no, no, like let me explain. Let me make this make sense. Let me defend myself. But then something inside me got quiet, and I realized people don't always misunderstand you because you communicate badly. Sometimes people misunderstand you because you can only they can only see you through the lens of their own fears, their own guilt, their insecurities, their past experiences. And you could explain yourself until your lips turn blue, guys. You still cannot heal somebody else's lenses of you. That realization didn't make me angry, though. It made me free because I stopped asking, how do I make them understand me? And I started asking, why do I need them to? Okay. So I literally just have four things I'm going to teach y'all, Terry. I know you say soon you have to go to bed. Let me teach y'all something I've learned. Okay. Number one, everybody does not deserve unlimited access to your explanations. Okay. I'm going to say that again. Everybody does not deserve unlimited access to your explanations. Okay. Some people ask questions to understand you. Some people ask questions to challenge you. And then some people ask questions because no answer will ever satisfy them. So they just want you to explain your whole freaking life away. Learn the difference, okay? Protect your energy accordingly. Everybody should not have full access to your emotions, okay? Number two, being misunderstood is not always rejection. Sometimes it's redirection. It's life showing you this person cannot hold the full weight of who you are, and that's okay. Everybody isn't built for the depths of your soul. Everybody isn't assigned, you know, to understand your journey, okay? And honestly, hi, Lenny, everybody doesn't need to. Number three, okay? Your peace becomes expensive when your self worth is on sale, okay? Because I used to discount myself. I used to let everybody's opinion determine my mood, let criticism shake me, let misunderstanding break me. Not anymore, okay? I know who I am, not perfectly. I'm still growing, still healing, still figuring things out, but I trust myself now. And self trust, baby, that changes everything, okay? Number four, and this is the last one. Number four is the last one. The most misunderstood person in my life used to be me. And you know why? Because I kept asking everybody who I was. I let relationships define me. I let rejection define me. I let silence define me. I let disappointment define me until one day I sat with myself. And it wasn't not the wounded version of myself, not the people pleasing version, okay? Not the version trying to earn love, okay? Not the version of me that was, you know, drinking alcohol and smoking and, dating around it. Just me, okay? And I thought, I actually like who I am becoming. She's soft, I'm not chasing temporary highs anymore. I'm soft, but I'm not weak. I'm like, okay, she's kind, but not naive. She forgives, but she remembers the lesson. She cries, but she gets back up. And for the first time in my life, I trust her. I trust me. Okay. Maybe that's what growing up really is. Not becoming somebody everybody understands, but becoming somebody you understand. Okay. You should understand yourself deeply, completely, without apology at all. I still want connection. I still want love. I still want healthy relationships, but I no longer need everybody to agree with me for me to sleep peacefully at night because I know my heart. I know my intentions. I know the mountains that I've climbed. And if somebody misunderstands me, that doesn't make me less worthy. It just means they're seeing me from where they stand. Guys, if people are misunderstanding you guys, They're only seeing you from the level that they have seen themselves. And the thing is that I no longer abandon myself. I'm trying to meet people where they refuse to walk, you know? So, beautiful people, if you don't take anything else from this episode, just remember that if somebody misunderstands you, it doesn't make you less worthy. Okay? You literally just have to continue to stay focused on yourself. And at first, it feels selfish, but I promise you, it it is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Okay? Beautiful people, thank you so much for spending season 3 with me. Thank you for growing with me. Thank you for healing with me. And if nobody told you today, you do not owe the world a perfect explanation. You owe yourself honesty. You owe yourself grace. And above all, you owe yourself the freedom to become exactly who God created you to be. This is Anxious for Nothing. I'll see you guys in season 4. Love y'all. Bye.